listening to The Announcer's Table with Daryl and Ian. This podcast is presented by RingIcon.com, the social networking site for wrestlers, fans, promoters, and everything indie wrestling. Log on today and create your profile, and as always, enjoy the show.
Hey guys, this is Ian.
And I'm Daryl.
And this is the Announcer's Table presented by RingIcon.com. You can check out our videos on YouTube.com/RingIcon. Yep. And what's today? Wednesday?
Today's Interview Wednesday.
So that means we got an interview coming. So
that's right.
Who we got today?
Today we have Mikey Watkins on the phone. And he wrestled, his family owned TWA, that recently just shut down. We actually interviewed him before, but we had something happen with the computer and it erased a ton of our interviews and stuff that we had up and ready to go, so we had to redo a bunch of stuff. So we're just now getting back to him again. Yeah. Mikey, welcome back to the show, I guess I could say.
Yeah, what's up, guys? Oh, by the way, it's the upgrade.
Oh, the upgrade, Mikey Watkins. I apologize.
That's right.
We want to make sure we get that right. Now, can you give us an update on how your father's doing?
My dad, he's doing a little bit better. As you can tell, it's been several weeks since our last show, or our last show that we had, period, the end of the era. But lots been going on here lately, and, outside of wrestling and, inside out, everything like that. He's doing a lot better as far as his health. And, we're just living day by day now.
Yeah. Well, we've always loved TWA, and we're really sad to see it go. But we understand the reasoning. So we appreciate everything that you and your family have done for the wrestling business. So.
Well, it's very appreciated.
All right, now, what? How long have you been wrestling? We know you've pretty much been wrestling your whole life, but how long has it been?
Well, I'm 27 now, and since I was born into it, my legit first match, you want to really say so. I mean, I was in front of a crowd, had a referee, and had a match. Got my butt kicked, but I was 5 years old, and back then they just put kids in the ring, and they really just kind of fought. It didn't really sound very good parenting back then, but that's just how they did it back then. But, I had a good childhood, and but then I got back into wrestling probably when I was 12, and then so ever since 12, I've been nonstop.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it shows because you have a lot of great wrestling ability in the ring. You're really natural in the ring. So I mean, we were very impressed with your wrestling ability. So I'm guessing you were trained by mainly family members and then guys that came through.
Yeah, everybody got a hold of me a little bit, like, David Young, Rick Justice, Woody Woodchuck, a little bit of everybody got a hold of me, my brothers Terry, Watkins, and Randy and all them, Yeah. I was the youngest and the littlest, so, I mean, basically I had to fight back and learn how to fight and wrestle just to really survive.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now, we're going to go into the questions that we ask all our guests. I'll start it off. What is your favorite gimmick match?
Well, I like to show off talent and stuff like that. I like doing an Iron Man match, how long can you really go and, what can you do for 30 minutes to an hour. But as far as gimmicks, I like hardcore too. So, I mean,
yeah.
I like it all. What's really cool is you do a hardcore Iron Man match. That's awesome.
Yeah, that'll if you're not in a good physical shape, then that'll definitely wear you out. So.
Oh yeah, it really tests you. That's why I like doing it. Like, not everybody can just do an Iron Man. Anybody can hit somebody with a barbed wire or a piece of wood or something. Call themselves a wrestler. But can you go for 30 minutes to an hour and put on a heck of a show?
Yeah. Well, if you could wrestle anyone, living or dead, who would you want that to be?
Great Muta. He's my favorite. He's awesome. He was above his time doing some of the stuff he was doing back in the early '90s, you know, and he opened the revolution of like technical and high flying, and he's freaking mean. He's awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I love the Great Muta. He was as a kid, he was one of my favorites. So.
Yeah.
Now, who is your favorite wrestler?
I would go back to probably the Great Muta.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, do you have a favorite wrestling moment that you've had either personally or professionally?
Well, I was probably about 8 years old, and my dad and them were doing a show, and I got to hang out with Mick Foley, and that was pretty neat because it was just him and my dad. They were talking, and like I was like 8, I was just playing with little Hot Wheel cars on the floor, and Mick Foley got on the floor with me and started playing with me and stuff, and then he started wrestling with me and stuff. That's pretty cool because
Yeah.
you know, back then I didn't really know who he was, but now that I, you know, growing up in the business, I was like, now I appreciate it that I got to hang out with him. He was a really nice guy, and I'm sure that he hasn't changed. So I mean, it's pretty cool.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, I would flip just to shake his hand. So
Yeah, well, we have a friend named Boatwright who
yeah,
is huge Mick Foley fan. He would have gone absolutely nuts.
yeah.
Yeah, he's super nice, man. Very humble. And he just got back from Japan that night, too. He was all bloody and stuff, and he still made time to, like, you know, say hey and hang out. You know, I mean, he's really nice.
Yeah.
All right, now, do you have a most embarrassing wrestling moment?
Yeah. We're doing a show for Christmas, and I just got these new kick pads or whatever, and this has been about 10 years ago. And I don't like messing up. That's what embarrasses me most is messing up. And I know it happens, but I try not to let it happen. And I told this guy, I shot him off outside, and I told him I was going to come running, and I was going to jump on the top rope. I was spin around, hit the top rope again, do a backflip. And, well, when I jumped up, my kick pad I'm not used to wearing, the slippery part on the bottom of my shoe, when I went to go jump, it pushed off and it rode, and I slipped, and I landed right on my head. And like the guy really didn't know what to do. You know, he just stood there like, oh man, I think he's dead. And I couldn't just get up and be like, oh, let's do it again. So I hate messing up, but to me that was very embarrassing.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a big crowd, it was a big moment, and I was just like, man, that was pretty embarrassing for me.
Yeah, I understand that. I mean, I was kind of the same way when I was wrestling. You know, I had to hit everything the way I wanted to, or it wasn't right. So
Yeah.
I know that feeling. Do you have a favorite finisher or favorite wrestling move that you like to do?
I like doing my finisher. It's called the Final Seconds. You know, it's kind of hard to explain unless you've seen it. If I'm not mistaken, when y'all were at the show, y'all saw it. That's how I won the match. But I love doing that move. It's very, very different and unique, and it's my own thing. So I kind of like it.
Yeah.
Well, I know one of my favorite moves that you did that night, and I remember I talked to Ian about it on the ride home, because it blew my mind. You was on the outside of the ring. You jumped up in the air, like you did a 180, landed on the top rope, and did it like a moonsault off of that. And I've just never seen anybody quite jump up from the outside to the inside. Like it blew my mind. I was like, holy cow, that was amazing.
I usually do it to the outside of the ring, or inside the ring to the outside. And I usually hit the second rope. I can hit the second rope and then jump over the top. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes I get a hair in my head, and I'm like, you know what? Let's just try something new.
Oh yeah.
Now, if you could have somebody that's overrated or underrated, who would they be?
Well, I mean, a lot of these local guys around here, you know, some of them deserve a chance, you know, and it sucks to know that some of them will never get to see it, you know.
Yeah.
And, you know, and even, you know, as far as big time, you know, people make fun of John Cena all the time. I think the guy is great for the business. You know, whether you like him or not, you don't think he can work or not. Everybody says he's overrated. To me, I mean, he was the next big thing. You know, I mean, if we made fun of somebody like Stone Cold or The Rock, they and Shawn Michaels, they all stepped up to a new level. They made everything different. You know, and you know, to me, I know everybody says it's overrated, but I think he's great at the business. I think he does what they tell him to do. I mean, he does his job.
Oh, yeah.
If people hate him, that's still paying customers to come see him and get beat up. People who like him, well, I mean, he's doing his job.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I have respect for him. I mean, I do get tired sometimes of him kind of being crammed down everybody's throats, but I have respect of what he's done for the business. I mean...
Oh, yeah.
Well, I tell you what, he is the most asked for Make-A-Wish Foundation.
No, absolutely.
And he never turned anybody down. You know, Hulk Hogan's turned down a couple people before. You know, some other people have done stuff like that. I'm thinking, you know, he always makes time for his troops. He always makes time for the kids. To me, that goes beyond wrestling. You know, that's his character.
Well, I think he's actually granted the most wishes in the history of Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, and that's why he's never turned one down, no matter what.
Phenomenal. I mean, it's amazing.
Or what. So.
Yeah. Well, do you have like a favorite tag team or stable? I mean, in the independent scene or in the pros?
Well, you got your all-time favorite, man, Four Horsemen. They were legit bad dudes, you know. They put a whooping on you, you know, the original. So I love them. But if you want to go really just a tag team, you know, and the Rollers are awesome, dude. They were mean. They were scary. You know, when they walked in, somebody was getting hurt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I love their double team finisher, you know, the clothesline off the top, and you know, the guy would always flip backwards, and I was like a little nerve-wracking watching that sometimes.
Well, you didn't have a choice to flip backwards when you had an animal pushing you off of it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, now, that wraps up our questions that we ask all guests. Do you have anything going on? Like, where are you currently wrestling at?
Well, I just did a show yesterday. I did a show for Woody up in Blue Ridge, and we did a show with Eric Young. Eric Young was there for TNA, and he has a TV show, Off the Hook on Animal Planet. I mean, he was pretty cool. It was a good show, and right now I'm just taking bookings. I'm pretty booked up for this month. This month's been pretty busy for me. I got a new sponsor called Flawless, the energy drink, and I'm trying to help promote that and stuff like that, because on the side, I'm trying to get back in MMA. I used to do MMA as well.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get busy now that I don't have a wrestling home, and now I'm just trying to get back out again and take a lot of bookings and whatnot. So I'm supposed to be at the fair, at the Dalton Fair, if I'm not mistaken. So everybody should come out to that. So.
Yeah, that's great.
That's awesome.
Well, we definitely look forward to seeing you around and things like that. And you know, I mean, it was definitely sad to see TWA close, but you know, its impact across North Georgia and the wrestlers
amazing.
It's produced is you know, going to keep TWA alive forever.
Yeah, the legacy will live on, definitely.
Oh yeah. The building might have shut down, but TWA is going to be around for a very long time. Until something happens to me, or even the wrestlers who represented it, if they have TWA in their heart, it's going to be there forever.
Yeah.
All right, well, Mikey, we want to thank you for being on the show again.
Yeah.
If this one gets messed up, I swear I'm going to kill the person. But I think it should be good. I'm excited. I'm glad you was able to make time to come back on.
Yeah.
And we look forward to seeing you in the future.
Yeah.
All right, man. Thanks, guys.
No problem. Thank you, sir. That was the Upgrade Mikey Watkins. If you haven't seen him wrestle, you really need to.
Yeah.
He's a phenomenal athlete. I mean,
I
he's an athlete is what I can really say. I mean, just some of the stuff he does is amazing.
Yeah.
So check him out. Look him up on YouTube and on Facebook and stuff. You can see where he's wrestling at. So
yeah. So that's pretty much it for Interview Wednesday. You can check out our videos on Promotion Builder and Gimmick Builder on Monday and Tuesday, and Pro Segment on Fridays. So hope you enjoyed that with Mikey Watkins, the upgrade Mikey Watkins. And then next week we'll have another interview for you.
Yep.
So check that out. All right. Until then, see you.